Mr. Sharael Taha.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir. I am in support of the additional support measures for Phase 2 and Phase 3 Heightened Alert. However, I would like to raise two clarifications. One, on the additional assistance for some affected individuals, and two, clarification on the transition roadmap. The JSS support has been well received across some of the affected industries. However, the reality is that the pandemic has affected different groups of people to different extents. One of the groups that have been very badly affected are our freelance team sports coaches. While there are other freelancers, such as gym instructors and tuition teachers, that have pivoted effectively and gone online, the incomes of team sport coaches, such as in hockey, floorball, netball, and football, have seen a drastic decline as they face an uphill struggle to move their trade online. One of our Pasir Ris residents, Madam Sadia Kames, the lead coach and owner of Singapore Netball Academy, which has 12 netball coaches, has shared that during the heightened alert period, the income of coaches may drop by 80%. This concern was echoed by Mr. Vijayan, head coach of Maruti Hockey Academy. Under normal circumstances, these coaches will be physically coaching for 30 to 34 hours per week. But during the HA period, they are only able to provide at most 10 hours of Zoom training sessions per week. Similarly, the owner of Youth Floorball Academy, Mr. Norani Zaini, and another Pasir Ris resident, Mr. Rizal Rais, who was previously our football coach at White Sands Primary, shared that their incomes had been generally reduced by more than 20%, and on months of heightened alert, it can be reduced by more than 50 to 60%. Freelance team sports coaches are often paid according to an hourly rate. The nature of team sports makes it difficult for effective coaching through Zoom. Yet, despite these challenges, they have held on, persevered, and even in such adversity, continued to coach, hoping that the situation would get better soon. At times, they even do it for free. And why? Because of the passion to coach our young athletes and their desire to see the sports such as netball, hockey, football, and floorball continue to grow despite this pandemic. This is especially pertinent with the Tokyo Olympics going on even as we speak. We should continue to support the growth and development of our coaches and sportsmen, especially at the grassroots level, where they already face considerable challenges even under normal circumstances. Can the government consider extending more support for these affected individuals? Another vulnerable group are our market and hawker stall holders. Our market stall holders at Pasir Ris have shared that their income loss during the HA period stands at between 40 to 60%. Hence, I'm glad to hear the support packages for them, including rental relief, market and hawker center relief fund, and food delivery booster package. I would also like to inquire on the progress of the SG Together Alliance for Action online ordering for hawkers. How can we quickly get more of them on board? Beyond these groups of workers, many others have had their incomes affected too. The situation is more strained this time, as it is not just about entering into another round of heightened alert. It is the broader challenge of having to endure more than 1.5 years of restriction and continued disruption to their livelihood. Many have shared that they have exhausted their savings during this period. Given these circumstances, under the CRG temporary support scheme, 50% loss of income may be too stringent a criteria before some support is extended to them. Can we instead consider a tiered support at different levels of income loss, for example, starting at 30%, 40%, and so on? I'm heartened to note that Minister and fellow MTF co-chairs have been preparing a roadmap for Singapore to transit to a scenario where we learn to live normally with COVID-19. Can the Minister share when we can expect the roadmap to be completed and share it in greater detail? I look forward to hearing the details about the roadmap. I would like to highlight two issues here. Firstly, on increasing our vaccination rates. Given that our target is 80% by September and we still have many seniors that are unvaccinated, do we have sufficient teams to do the mobile vaccination? How are we increasing the capability and capacity of our healthcare system to better manage the possibility of more infections that may arise from the gradual opening of our economy, even if they are possibly less severe? What else can we do differently to reach out and encourage more people to be vaccinated to achieve our 80% target? Have we deliberated on the risk of vaccinating children under 12, or should we extend the unvaccinated children under 12 to do home-based learning while we overcome this transition? Secondly, Minister has cited that the economy is recovering and our employment situation is improving. However, we must take into consideration that there are people currently employed in temporary COVID-19 related roles such as swabbers, safe entry screeners, safe distancing ambassadors, and vaccination staff. These temporary roles may no longer be required as more and more people are vaccinated. What can we do now to avoid the situation of structural unemployment for these workers in temporary COVID-related roles as we prepare for the transition to normalcy? Mr. Deputy Speaker, in Malay, please. Walaupun skim JSS telah memberikan sokongan kepada industri dan individu yang terjejas oleh pandemik ini, realitinya ialah wabak ini telah menjejas kumpulan-kumpulan pada tahap yang berbeza-beza. Antara kumpulan yang amat terjejas ialah jurulatih sukan berpasukan yang bekerja bebas, seperti mereka yang menyediakan khidmat latihan bagi hoki, netball, bola lantai dan bola sepak. Ia bukan mudah bagi mereka untuk mengadakan latihan dalam talian dan kesannya pendapatan mereka telah merosot dengan mendadak semasa fasa kedua. Meskipun berdepan dengan cabaran-cabaran seperti ini, jurulatih ini tetap berfikiran positif dan tabah. Ibarat kata pepatah Melayu, genggam bara api biar sampai jadi arang. Mereka tekun mengadakan latihan melalui Zoom. Bahkan, ada pula yang mengadakan latihan secara percuma. Jurulatih seperti Encik Rizal Rais, seorang jurulatih bola sepak, Puan Sadia Kamis, seorang ketua jurulatih netball, dan Encik Nurani Zaini, pemilik Youth Floorball Academy, melakukannya atas minat mereka untuk mengajar atlet muda dan harapan mereka untuk melihat sukan ini berkembang walaupun dalam pandemik ini. Bolehkah pemerintah mempertimbangkan lebih bantuan untuk individu-individu ini? Saya juga sokong atas pertolongan yang diberikan kepada pemilik gerai makanan dan gerai di pasar. Ramai pemilik gerai telah menyatakan bahawa kerugian pendapatan mereka dalam tempoh HA adalah antara 40 hingga 60%. Oleh itu, saya gembira mendengar pakej sokongan untuk pemilik gerai makanan dan pegerai pasar termasuk bantuan sewa, dana bantuan pasar dan pusat penjajah dan pakej penggalak penghantaran makanan. Di samping pekerja ini, ramai yang juga telah mengalami pendapatan yang merosot. Situasinya semakin sukar kali ini kerana ini bukan hanya tentang kehilangan pendapatan semasa fasa kedua, tetapi ia merupakan cabaran yang lebih luas kerana mereka telah mengalami sekatan lebih daripada setahun setengah dan mata pencarian mereka terganggu berterusan semasa pandemik ini. Ada juga yang telah menyatakan yang mereka telah menghabiskan wang simpanan mereka di tempoh ini. Menteri telah melakarkan hala 7 peralihan di mana kita boleh kembali ke tahap sedia kala. Untuk mencapai tahap ini, lebih ramai orang perlu divaksinasi. Setakat ini, kita telah berjaya memberi vaksin kepada 2/3 warga emas kita dan kita terus menggalakkan lebih banyak lagi untuk mendapatkan vaksinasi mereka. Namun kita harus mencari lebih banyak cara untuk mendekati bukan saja warga emas, tetapi setiap lapisan masyarakat untuk menggalakkan mereka untuk mendapati vaksinasi. Di Pasir Ris Punggol, sukarelawan M Kuasa 3 telah mengunjungi penduduk-penduduk warga emas yang belum mengambil vaksin untuk mendorong mereka supaya mengambil vaksin. Bagaimanakah masyarakat kita dapat mendorong mereka yang belum mengambil vaksin untuk mengambilnya supaya dapat melindungi diri dan juga keluarga? Dengan lebih ramai orang divaksin, kita akan lebih yakin untuk membuka semula ekonomi dan ini membolehkan lebih banyak kebebasan untuk berkumpul bersama keluarga dan rakan-rakan, melancong untuk perniagaan dan riadah dan mengambil bahagian dalam kegiatan agama bersama-sama. Akhirnya, sedang ekonomi negara berkembang dan kadar pekerjaan bertambah baik, kita juga harus sedar bahawa beberapa pekerjaan yang timbul dalam pandemik ini adalah pekerjaan sementara. Pekerjaan-pekerjaan seperti penolong swab dan duta keselamatan tidak akan menjadi penting lagi apabila kita beralih ke keadaan yang lebih normal. Kita perlu memberikan bantuan bagi pekerja-pekerja tersebut untuk menghadapi peralihan supaya mereka tidak terjebak dalam keadaan di mana mereka tidak dapat bekerja atau tidak dapat menyumbang kepada ekonomi. Let me conclude in English, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir. Notwithstanding the above, I stand in support of the additional support measures for the Phase 2 and Phase 3 Heightened Alert. Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir.
Order.